Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Ms. Deta Despitasari as our lecturer in subject morphology. Okay, my name is Desi Dwi Mas Julianti. I'm from PBI 2. And now I want explain to you about morphological features. Okay, there are 2 points of lexical meaning. The first is sense of a morpheme and the second is grammatical meanings. Okay, what are meaning of sense? The first, what the stem or contain. The second, the translation of the word. Actually, both of meaning are related because there are different point of view, native and non-native speaker. For example, when people say bird, non-native can describe about an animal which have a couple of wings and small of foot. The second, when people say bird, native already thinking a translation of bird. Next, grammatical meaning. Grammatical meaning relating the tense to grammatical concept such as number, gender, tense, and aspect. For example, bird and birds. In previous part, we already know bird is sense. In grammatical meaning, bird is singular or plural, so they are related to grammatical concept. And I want to talk about grammatical morpheme. What is grammatical morpheme? Grammatical morpheme is the morpheme that carry only grammatical meaning. That means there is no sense in this morpheme. For example, was, were is the past form, and then am is are is the present form. Now, feature of person and number. There is componential analysis. That means we can analyzing the component of meaning in this part. There are exclusive and inclusive. What the difference between exclusive and inclusive? Exclusive is the exclude the addressee, while inclusive is the include addressee. For example, I and you specifically include the addressee, while she, he, they, and we are specifically exclude the addressee. Feature of tense. The first, periphrastically, that is using more than one word to address a tenses. For example, in Sanskrit, in word cross or tar, it's become atarisat because a for imperfect, tar for cross, ishi for present, and at for past. So that we know there are more. The second, markedness. That is contrast between two or more members of a category such as number, case, or tense. One of is called marked, and if it contains some extra affix as opposed to the unmarked member which doesn't. For example, lion is unmarked, while the female lioness is marked by the suffix es. The other example, cat is unmarked, while its plural cats is marked by the suffix s. Third is portmanteau. What is portmanteau? Portmanteau is a word which has been made up of two existing words in order to create a new sound. For example, brunch is combined from breakfast and lunch. And the other example is motel is combined from word motor and hotel. For disjoint reference, prevent two noun phrase in the same simplex clause from referring to the same individual except with explicit reflectives and idiomatic expression. For example, I see me. The sentences is wrong because referring to the same individual. Now, I want to talk about feature of aspect. Okay, there are 4 aspects of feature. First is perfect. Perfect is aspectual concept which implies the complication of an action. The second, iterative. Iterative is the repetition of an action. The third, durative. Durative is the duration of an action. And the last is incoative. Incoative is the beginning of an action. Next, feature of mood. There are finite and infinite. What the difference between finite and infinite? Finite is tense verb form, while infinite is not influenced by the tense. For example, I wanted to join the yesterday party. Now, grammatical gender. Gender is distinguished and only in pronoun and in a few noun suffix. The pronoun he, she, and it are masculine, feminine, and neither respectively. For example, suffix s make feminine noun, as in word waiters from waiter and stewardess from steward. Next, feature of case. There are syncretism and naturalization. For the first is syncretism. Syncretism is the same formal expression for distinct categories that form of natural class. For example, drink, drank, drunk, and drinking is mean verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, and verb ing. And the second is naturalization. Naturalization is the feature used is natural one. The last is feature persuasion. Feature persuasion is govern the assignment of feature to complex word. For example, derivation. The noun derivation is derived from the verb derive because ation is nominal suffix. Okay, I think that's all for me and I'm sorry for my mistake. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.